And again, I can't believe we went through this shit again. Unfucking believable. Hey, everybody. What is going on? I'm in a different spot. Yeah, I'm a little early tonight. I got some things to do tomorrow. And probably next week it might happen again like this too. I'm not sure. And I'm on Wi-Fi also. So, and I got a fucking sun that's just blasting right through. It's like blasting. See it? It's over here. It's like, cross my heart. Anyways, who we got out there in chat? Let me get this all set up there. We got. You know me, never ready. They name batteries after me. No, they don't. Anyways, who we got? Let's start right at the very, very top. Not in the top chat. That shouldn't even be an option. But we're going to start at the top of the list. Because that's where we always start. You always want to start at the top. Work your way down. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. That's right. Who we got out there in the chat? All right. We got Mike Berg out there in the chat. What's going on there, brother, man? Thank you for joining us. We got Juan. Ay, Taco Bell. Boxcar Rick. What is happening, my brother? Yankee Vapes. Yankee Reviews. I am so sorry, man. Thank you for joining us, man. What is going on? We also have the man, the myth, the legend, Bout. What is going on, my brother, from a different mother? What is happening? We got Miss Cheesecake out there. Jennifer, what is happening, mama? Here's a big heart for you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got Catherine Adams, and here's another heart for you, too, mama. Thank you for joining us as well. Hitman! I am so sorry I'm late. Again, there was some sort of update. And I guess I should have started maybe like 5 minutes earlier. Sorry. Trucking Reviews. Here's a member of this channel. Anyways, just to start out, shut your fucking mouth. What's going on there, brother? If you want to hop on, just send me a message and I can send you over the link over to you. Spike, what is happening, my brother? Who else we got out there? We got to get caught up on here. Holy cow, we got a house. We got a house in there tonight. We got 16 people out there already. Holy shit. I want to thank each and every one of you guys also. 808 Kevin okay, what is happening? Aloha, my brother. Rebuildable Ryan, what is going on? Vaping Joe M, the cheese god, the cheesiest cheese man. What is happening, my brother? Hitman, oh hell, fuck no. You best get another DNA done because you ain't the one. But I think roast beef might be your daddy, though. Oh, shit. I ain't going there. Vaping Joe M, another member of this channel. What's happening, my brother? If I didn't say yes, I did. I know I did. But I'm going to give you another shout out because you're a member, my brother, man. Also, who else we got out there? I think I might have missed somebody, but I'll get to you. You know I will because I love each and every one of you guys. Herb, you big cock motherfucker. What is happening, my brother? Coming in, slaying that cock right as soon as he comes in the door. Bah! Laying that right out there. Anyways, it's Thursday night. It's time to talk about it. And, I know I'm kind of early. I need some coffee, though. Anyways, if y'all seen me over on Instagram, I had this mod. See if I can get a different view of it for y'all. Anyways, if you can kind of see it there. This is a clone. It's a purge clone. But this was given to me as a gift from many of you know him as Yeti's uncle. I miss that man so much, all of my heart. But anyways, this thing was a clone, but it hits really good. And so I kind of decorated this up a little bit, and it's got 4 coats of piano black that I wet sand in between each layer. And then it's got 6 coats of clear onto it. And it matched up perfect with the Dead Rabbit V2. And then this is called a Ferrari Red. The Ferrari Red. And I did the same thing with the 4 wet sand each one, 6 layers of clear. And then I did all the eyes, the gunshot. Hell yeah, this thing came out fucking sweet as tits, though. And it was just playing with it. But you know what? I like playing, spraying cars and shit like that. And it's a clone, so I'm not going to go and have it powder coated. It's a clone, you know what I mean? But it fucking looks sweet as tits. You know what I mean? Go check it out. I mean, got a better picture on, there's one over on Facebook also, but go over and check it out on Instagram if you want. Who else we got out there? We got Garbage Man. What is happening, my brother? Who else we got out there? I know we got some others. I know we got some Dave S. Tommy V crew in the house. What is going on? Who else we got out there? But to lay it down, Herb. What's going on there, trucking? You want to come on there, dude, or what? Are you driving or are you just rubbing one off? Bubby, what is happening, my man? Bitching in the kitchen. Hell yeah. Tell you though, man. Fucking thing hits. That's 18,650 power right there, baby. Hey, Deb, I'm not sending you anything, but I've heard a couple people say you got a package coming. So I'm just going to repeat what a couple of the other ones, they're out there in this chat, but I'm going to repeat it to you. First of all, I want to give you a big heart. That's for you coming over to say hello, and thank you all, and thank you for joining us as well. But like I said, there's a couple people out there that keep on saying they got a package for you. I think it was you, but it might have been Truck. It might be right. It might have been Sin also, but were you looking for a B2K? I think it was a B2K from Coil. Simple. Scott, what is happening, my brothers? So long time no see, my man. Well, hello to your girlfriend, Lisa, as well. Dude, I'm so glad to see you, man. It's been a long time, man. I see you on heck yeah there, Deb, anytime. Rollinson boy, what is going on, you sexy mofo? So anyways, I don't know if you guys have been following what's going on. You know, on September 9th is coming up very, very quickly. And hang on, just got to reply to something. But a couple places are trying to do some things there. I sent it over there. But y'all, how many of y'all remember Vape Wild? They've been around for a long time. On September 9th of this year, they're folding up. It said it's been a wild ride. They were like Mount Baker Vapor Part 2, kind of like a thing, but they had quite a following. And but yeah, this is it's that time. The PMTA deadline is finally upon September 9th. It's been a long road, and we did our best. But at the end, it's the end of the line for Vape Wild. So you know, like I said, I got to give them a shout out because they helped me out quite a little bit when I was first starting out. So hell yeah, man. I mean, their liquids weren't all that great. Their concentrates weren't all that great. Some of them were, but like I said, they were like that Mount Baker Vapor kind of going on there. You know what I mean? One thing about Mount Baker Vapor was, though, people didn't realize was Flavor West was Mount Baker Vapor's flavors. So that's, you know, that's a nice little trade-off that if you guys were a fan of some of their flavors from Mount Baker Vapor, go over and look up some of those flavors from Flavor West is actually the ones that made them. So that's just a little insight there. But anyways, that's one part of the news I wanted to touch on. And then also the Mama-san. The Mama-san. Y'all know about the Mama-san. You've heard me talk about it many times. And, you know, but they are actually going to be submitting a to the PMTA regulation things there. So they're going to be we're trying to do something with that. So I'm not going to read the whole article and kill the whole show because I'm really not looking forward to it. But I'm just saying they're trying to step up. So that might, you know, there's some good things happening here. There's more though. There's another one that I seen. Somebody else was stepping up and doing a PMTA update also. I ain't got time for your shit. I don't think it was Liquid Barn. No, it wasn't them. Maybe it was. But there's a couple of them that are actually filing for for the PMTAs, which I think that's fucking awesome, man. I mean, even if we can get a halfway somewhere, man, where we could still get some flavors, get some things where not, because there's a lot of people that just don't want to go back to smoking, but they really need that nicotine. You know what I mean? So meet us somewhere in the middle somewhere, man, and cut some of these companies some slack. You know, you ain't all about making a fucking dollar, all about y'all too. You know, there is people out here, people. And I'm sorry if this thing keeps on going like that. I'm on Wi-Fi, so I do apologize if I freeze up or and again, motherfucker. This pisses me off, motherfucker. Anyways, what y'all vaping on? Yeah, I think Coyle was looking for you. I think he said something about that, Deb, about that he had a B2K, if I'm not mistaken. He said he was talking to you in chat one night about it. You're exactly right, Samantha. It's not about none of this is about safety. None of this is about anything else. It's all about being in conforming to what they want us to do. And that's all it's all about. Chase the dollar. You'll see where all those dollars are going. You'll see that they're not going where they're supposed to. They all going into the pockets. That ain't helping nobody else. They would take the dollar to kill somebody. It's just, it is what it is. But Vaping Bachelor, you sexy mofo, what is going on? It's always been about the money. You're 100% right, Samantha. It really is. It's never been about the children. It's not about anything else other than them losing their golden goose. It's always been about that altogether. Yeah, and again, if I keep on freezing, guys, I do apologize. The wife is sleeping upstairs. I don't want to bother her, so I just hooked up to this here. I'm not hooked up to any cable, so tomorrow night I'll be on the cable. Tomorrow night I'll be on the old rod. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, what's everybody vaping on? I'd like to see what everybody else is vaping on out there. Damn, that's good. That's a sexy mofo too. It is. Shout out to Des Turner. Hell yeah. That looks so fucking sexy. Sexy! It's all about the bass. About the bass. Hell yeah. You're on a disposable, Catherine? You think that's would be something that my girlfriend started a website. Yeah, you can there, Scott. Absolutely, man. Check my phone. All right, give me a minute. Hell yeah. Give me a second there, guys. I got to do something here. I always tell my wife I'm going to be a second too. You know that, right? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, mofo. Where am I at? Hey, Joe. Where you going with that cock in your hand? Give me a second there, guys. That's what she said. Oh, shit. Did y'all get that new update on fucking Facebook where they changed it all around now and you just can't find any fucking thing? That's me. I really hate this fucking thing because I can't find nothing. Joe, message me, will you? This thing's pissing me off. All right, I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Jen Ryan, my Sagittarian sister. What is going on, Mama? Here's a big heart for you. Thank you for joining us. I'm so happy to see you. Hey, what's going on? Vert Barrage combo, hell yeah. The Keen Rye combo, hell yeah. Deb, you're rocking it. Yeah, I know, Rollinson. Jerry, what is going on? Thank you for joining us as well. Where is Joe out there? I don't even see him out there. You want to see Jen cook a steak? Yeah, I am too, Heather. It was a hellacious day, but I know I aced it. But I always do. Hell yeah, the big black dildo with the temple. All right, I see it. Give me a second, Joe. Sorry about that, guys. Come on, you piece of shit. I hate when not being on my regular wire. Being on Wi-Fi sucks. Just saying. Saying for friend. Give me a minute there, Joe. Yeah, it was. It really was for sure. I'll find out tomorrow how everything else went. Sounds like Truckin's trying to stir a shit pot there. I don't know, Jen. You got any kind of comeback on that? It's fucking hotter than balls. Joe, you'll get in a minute soon as I promise. Trying to get Willow to go live. I know what happened last night. I woke up. I see he was going live. I waited around, and it was like, what the fuck? Did he pass out? That would have been so awesome, Herb. I tell you, man. Yeah, you guys do need to get a little professional. That would be a hellified show, dude, for real. Oh, you know what I want to do also? I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to whoever bought me 10 subs on Saturday. Thank you. Proud of you. Tuesday, YouTube took them away. So thank you. Thank you for spending your money. I appreciate that you didn't come over just to not only give me that thumbs down, you wanted to not just to have the head of my dick in your mouth, you wanted to have the whole thing right down your throat. So you bought me 10 subs. I want to shout you out. You know who you are. You know it. Come on. I do appreciate that you were thinking of me to buy me 10 subs. But because my channel's a no bullshit channel, they went shoo right away. Oh, he had some sort of issue? Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Here, you need a cup? Hang on. Let me make you one real quick. Come on, you piece of... I hate this new freaking setup on Facebook, dude. It's retarded. They bought 2,500 subs too? Oh, before, yeah. So, I mean, they didn't spend a lot of money, but they wanted to have that fucking, not just the head of the dick in their mouth. They wanted the whole, they wanted to fucking like that. So I do appreciate that you were thinking of me again. You went above and beyond that thumbs down. You were like, I'm going to buy him 10 subs too. Hell yeah. I appreciate it. Benelli, what is going on, my brother from a different mother? I hate this new messenger thing because it keeps on coming up with bullshit like, you got 14 new messages. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't. All right. That should be that should do it. All right. Let me close that fucking thing. That was pissing me off. Right the hell off. God damn Finkelstein shit kid anyways. So we are close to the weekend. It would normally be my weekend, but I got to do some work tomorrow. Is what it is. I'm glad to be back to work. That's the important thing. We're working. Hey, Joe, where you going with that cheese in your hand?
Yeah, what's up, fuckers?
What's going on, brother?
Not much.
Thank you for joining me, man. I was kind of drowning over here. Not really. No, just my fucking, because I'm down here. I hate being on freaking. Jason's laughing. Good. I'm glad I did. I can help. Yeah, Purge Enforcer. Dude. Is it the real Enforcer or the Enforger? Nicali V2. Hell yeah, that's a nice setup right there, Bubby. For sure, man.
Yeah, I had to hardwire mine. I didn't like being on Wi-Fi.
I normally have it when I'm upstairs, but the wife is sleeping, so I don't want to. Happy wife, happy life. I want to live to see another day, so I don't go down that avenue, man.
Yep. Mine's upstairs sleeping right now, too, so.
Finkelstein shit kid. Hell yeah. I fucking love Cheech and Chong, man. That's right. Cheech and Chong, brother. The Calorie King is in the house. Joe, oh, shit. He's a wrench just like you. I was going to say you could whack him, but can't. I can, no. But I won't. I don't swing. I don't like to swing my wrench, only when I'm pissed off. Deb said, hey, Joe.
He's too much, he won't come on because
he said he was getting ready to lay down.
He says he's trying to lay down and sleep, but we know better than that. His ass is typing. Lazy ass. Hi, Devon.
Hey, nice review on that heavy hitter, man. Now, on the bottom of that heavy hitter, that I wanted to ask you because I'm looking at it, but I'm kind of looking at it and I'm like, do I really want it? I mean, I have a fucking lot of mechs as it is. I got 77 of them. Fuck you, Rhode Island, Connecticut, trucking said. But
excuse me, there is a message for you.
There's a message for you. But anyways.
Yeah, my phone went off.
The bottom of the heavy hitter. Now, when you take that outer ring off, then it's where it kind of slides out like on the L Thunder. Is that kind of like where the constant contact switch is?
Yeah,
it's got like little fingers.
You can, the buttons like that.
Yep.
But then you can take this bottom casing off, and that's where your button and everything's all housed.
Right. Okay, and that's all on a spring, or is that on like little fingers?
It's on a spring for the to be able to push it in, but the rest of it is all like mill work to where it don't have fingers to catch. It just slides over, raised up, lowered, so that it can do the locking and that.
Yeah, I figure I'm going to go early tonight. I'm going to tonight only because I got to go in early tomorrow morning, and so I figure I'd do that, and then probably Probably end up doing it again next Thursday the same way. It's just doing it a little bit earlier. I was seeing if Jay Money was around, but I haven't seen him around. I don't know what's going on. I hope he's all right. I haven't. My bad, too. I haven't had a chance to talk to him all week. So, I mean, it's not even his fault either. I have a heavy hitter. It's in my pants. Oh, yeah, Herb. Oh, yeah. Sid,
Herb,
what
you
is
only
going
wish.
on? Here's a big heart for you, baby. Hey, Sin, my package from VSO is on its way. I got the tracking today. Yay! I've been waiting to get his, and I haven't. I hemmed and hawed, and I finally just broke down and got some.
I like the heavy hitter, Tommy. I mean, some people say the button is kind of squishy.
Yeah, and that, that's my thing. I've been hearing, people saying that it's squishy, and other ones saying, dude.
I like the way it is because, I mean, you don't really have to push all that hard on it for it to hit. But they do put the stiffer spring in so you can have a little bit harder of a throw on it. So,
yep. Dude, that's a lot of DIY right there, but hell yeah. But you DIY for you and your wife, though, right? Herb spent $600 on DIY. But that's what you got to do, though. Once you make that first really initial like that, dude, then it's just like replacing what you want, So squishy like Joe's pruned nutsack. Oh, shit. Vinny Dog in the house. What is
it's
going
okay,
on,
Herb.
brother?
One of these days, I'll let you play with my nutsack.
Oh, damn. So did you say? Did I rudely interrupt you, or did you say what you were vaping on other than the heavy hitter?
Actually, not much. This Argus. I've been running the shit out of it because I got to finish up the review for it. But other than that, I haven't really been running any of my other tanks at all. Just the heavy hitter and this.
You too, Deb. We'll see you tomorrow at some point. I'm sure we'll be chatting. Mike Bird.
Later, Deb. No, now you did read. I know you was talking about Vape Wild going under.
Yeah.
There was an article a couple weeks ago about the FDA is basically going to be picking and choosing, but they're going to help out some of the smaller companies with the PMTAs.
Yep.
Price-wise and stuff like that, because they know it's a lot per company, but they didn't lay out a plan of how they were going to do it. They just said, selected smaller companies will get help doing it. So,
I mean, I don't think vaping is fully ever going to go away because it is still available in other countries that they can legally vape. So there's always going to be some sort of, just like if guns were outlawed here or if they were outlawed in another country, they would still find a way to get to that country. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. Everybody's going to find it, find their way. But I really hope that they do help out the smaller companies with the PMTAs.
It's PTMAs. Thank you. Got you,
Fuck
Herb.
you, Herb.
You're exactly right, Mike. You know what I mean? How many things have been illegal? We always find a way. We're smart. We are very smart as humans, but we're dumb as people. And that's really what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Our overall growth as humans, we are very intelligent, but as regular people, we suck. in all reality, and I'm not trying to be any ball buster or anything like that, but you really think about it, man. You know, we've allowed this shit to create that what's happening. We've allowed this right in front of us. We've allowed this.
Yep.
You know, and now we're trying to fight for something that we gave right to them and said, here, it's on a fucking platter. Let's just, you know, here's our balls while you're at it. And here, take our man card, everything else, and just, you know, we're going to be on. And now we're trying to say no. And now it's, you know, it's kind of that snowball is, man. It's kind of hard to stop that snowball when it's rolling.
Well, okay, a couple weeks ago, I did a live on Dysfunctional Family. We did the history of vaping on there. And it was kind of funny to see what has went on in the past is the same thing that's happening now.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm talking prior 2009.
Oh yeah,
it's been going.
You remember, like, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s. They were trying to remove what happened about the Holocaust. A big part of this whole United States. It affected everywhere, and they were trying to remove that out of history. I want to say it was the late 80s, early 90s. How many people can remember this, that they were trying at that point, that they were trying to remove what happened with the Holocaust? And that was a part of history. How can you, I mean, and you can't rewrite history. You can remove everything, but you cannot rewrite it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, and I mean, history comes around to repeat
Bill
itself.
Hubbard.
And, you know, I mean, just like vaping, history has come back, and, you know, we're fighting the same things now that they were fighting in 2006.
Yes.
The only difference is the PMTA or the PTMAs.
He's got you all fucked up, doesn't he?
But, I mean, if you look at it as a whole, you know, look what has happened. They tried to take, you know, history of the U.S. and just get rid of it because it offends somebody.
Exactly.
It's fucking moronic.
You know, and then it's been a real sad state of affairs. What happened to someone in Minnesota months back was a sad situation. And there was lines and lines and lines and lines of people mourning. But a week and a half ago, a little 6-year-old boy or 9-year-old boy on his bicycle went into another person's lawn, and they stuck the gun right into his face and blew it off.
Yeah. And you don't see shit in the news
and
about
you
that.
do not hear anything about it other than the guy went to jail. Oh, that's a surprise, right? No, that's not a surprise.
There's no fucking uproar for that shit.
You don't see anybody fucking doing no GoFundMes and fucking the president changing the fucking world and fucking and all these fucking people that have their own narrative trying to rechange things. You don't see anything for that little boy. For no reason got shot.
Yeah. There have been, in the last 3 weeks, there have been 3 killings. None of them have made the news, and they've all but one of them was a child.
And that just eats at me. I mean, when I see even a kid on TV when they get hurt, I fucking start crying. It kills me when kids are never asked to be brought into this fucking world. They should never have to be put into that position. They had nothing to do with what was going on and what had happened. I hope when they find that sucker, we're gonna say, in jail, I hope they treat him. I mean, you don't do that to little kids, man. I'm sorry.
No, you don't. And I mean, even in prison, you're gonna have people that are gonna single them out.
Bill Zer.
That's one of the things that, you know, it's not welcome in prisons is
that, and anything that hurt a child abuse, child molesters when they go to prison. I'm just saying for a friend, when they go to jail, They don't usually last too long in there. They usually end up in solitary because they end up just because for their own protection, they put them in solitary a lot of times.
Yeah, 90% of the time, if you go in as a child molester or anything to do with the child, they will put you in solitary right away.
Yep. Unihall, what is going on, my brother?
But
No, not he isn't there. Her, no one's in chat. That I could see. I mean, I'm sure they're watching. I bet you if I went and looked, I'm sure I got some thumbs down. I hope they buy me some more.
actually, surprisingly, Tommy, you only have one down.
Probably that person. They probably when they got that. Probably when they got those 10 subs back on their from their PayPal. That whoever. I do appreciate that though. I showed you that where you could see that the 10 were added on Saturday.
Yeah.
And Tuesday, YouTube said, "Get out of here."
Hell, I wish YouTube would be that quick about other shit. Damn.
Oh, tell me about it, dude. 'Cause I'm always watching my shit just to see, anybody messing with my shit. I'm always watching, even my Social Blade. I watch everything. I know where I should be because of what I put into it is right where I should be on Social Blade. I mean, yeah, people could say, yeah, it's not accurate, but it's stayed pretty true from where I've progressed and where I degressed and where I've reprogressed again. It's stayed, it's followed me, just my progression. So, I mean, I use it as a tool for me, but like I said, I could see it, and I see when it's hanging loose as a goose full of juice and ready for you, Chevy. Hell yeah.
No, it saddens me anymore, Tommy, to turn on a fucking news channel.
Yep. And it's sad because you got to watch like 7 TVs at once just so you can pick pieces of the truth out of each channel because each channel has their own directive also. So they're only going to tell you parts of the truth. So you got to watch different ones just so you could pick out the real truth here, 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 and here. Then you get to put it all together.
Yeah.
Yes, they do, Herb. I agree, and it wouldn't even matter if their parts wouldn't matter if they were chopped off. You would have to. I mean, they've tried with a full castration. It's up in here, and that's where it is. So if they don't have that part, they use other things and other parts or other things, just because it's all psycho for them. It's not even anything about sexual. It's psycho. That's the only time. I don't even do that. That's why I got Alexa and the Google thing there, so I can just lay in bed and say, "What's the weather for today?" That's all I care about. I ain't got to waste my time of watching TV. I hate TV.
I just pulled up on my phone. The hell with it.
That's it. That's all I do, man. I don't even want to think about it because I get so pissed off every time I watch TV, so I don't even watch anymore. News.
And I mean, if you look at it, Facebook's getting just as fucking bad.
Yeah, don't put out the truth because if you do, it's going to get pulled.
Yep.
And I said the truth. You can put out lies all you want. Don't worry about it. You say anything that's going to even just brush up against that truth, it's been removed. Here's a warning.
Yeah. If not, just fully put in Facebook jail for fucking 7 days.
That's it. Exactly, Herb. That's the only way to, just to shake the cobwebs, turn on the fucking news early in the morning. Oh, yeah, I get that. Hell yeah. Wow, this really came out good. I'm gonna have to change the steep time because it's called secret sauce. It's a custard, but it came out very, very creamy and I'm gonna just have to change the steep time because I think I had it for 17 days and it's actually a full 30 days. So yeah, we've been all dumbed down into the slave system, and that's exactly it. That's why I've been calling a lot of people Wendy Blank, what is going on? Here's a big heart for you, Mama. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, that's why I've been saying a lot of people they've really become sheeple, where they're just hurting them and hurting them and hurting them and they'll just put out that bullshit. And once sometimes, oh yeah, there, Rollins and boy. I lost my train of thought, but once they get all those people together and then once they say their little quips and then, a week later, oh, that was, false news and everything, those people aren't watching anymore, but they still got it stuck in their head that that's what was really the truth.
Well, yeah, I mean, too many people believe what the news and stuff says than to believe on their own to figure, find something out, find the truth out about it.
That's really tasty. I surprised myself. I mean, it was full. I mean, I've been vaping it down, trying it each day, but I mean, I put it away for another week, so I added another 7 days onto it. That really came out tasty.
It's just like everybody the government saying that flavors are bad for us. But did you see that there's a new alcohol out? It's called with airheads in it.
Yeah. Warheads in it. Yeah. And that's all right, though, because just like when they had this pandemic, all was shut down. You notice the package stores or, liquor stores, however, it's in your area, those never stop selling.
Nope.
Because you don't want them people to stop buying. You don't want them people to stop buying. You got to keep that directed because you know how many politicians drink? So.
Oh, yeah.
You put all that together, and you, like I said, you can just piece everything to fucking together, man. Those things, none of those were shut down. There's a reason for all of that. Hell, there's a Lucky Charms beer. Hell yeah.
Well, exactly. If flavors are bad for us, it would include everything in the stores. I mean, it's just, it's what they threw against the wall, and that's what stuck was flavors. Because they have tried for so long about the atomizers and the coils and the mods. The only thing that's stuck is the flavors.
My aunt always gets on me saying vaping is worse than cigarettes. No. And I know, Jennifer, that's the hard thing because a lot of people believe what they hear. And there's so many good facts out there, but a lot of people just don't want to change their mind because they've already got it in their head that someone that was above us, politician, whatever, and they believe that because they feel that they are a person of power, so they would have that kind of knowledge to know that, and that's why they are telling us because they know better than us what's better for us. And a lot of people are under that directive. And unfortunately, there's a lot. I have family members that still do. You know what I mean? And I tell them, just think back 7 years ago, how I couldn't even walk up a flight of your stairs without having to stop and catch my breath. Now I can go up and down, 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 up and down. And I'm not running out of breath. Did you notice that? Ain't that something?
See, I had a couple family members that wanted to argue with me about it. And, even though I gave them, I'm like, look, I'm proof of what, vaping is. I couldn't fucking hardly walk without losing my breath. I can do it now.
Exactly.
And it got to the point to where I just told them, look, you have your own opinion, but if you don't like what I'm saying, then just leave my foot. And they left. I haven't talked to them. So, it's sometimes they just don't want to listen and they don't want to hear it.
Grimace. Right. Take a look into it in themselves. That's right. Because if you don't want to, if you, and I mean, on some people, I try to, they'll ask, and then they come out with that, thing, and you can just see that their mind is not going to change. So I just skip over them and I go to the next one. And I just continue to try to help whoever I can. If you want to ask me questions, I will talk to you all about vaping. I will give you as much knowledge as I can give you. If you don't want to listen, next. That's all there is to it.
No matter where you're at. I mean, I was at the doctor's office a couple months ago, and I was sitting outside waiting for my ride to come get me. And I had a guy, he's probably in his 50s, early 60s, come up asking me about it as he was standing there with the cigarette in his hand.
Yeah.
And when he left, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that out."
And I have people that come up and tell me, and you've seen my shows, people, but I mean, even in other shows, and not just that, but even in people in general, I'm using both cigarettes and that. But are you smoking a cigarette and vaping like at the same time? No. Once in a while, I'll have a vape, and once in a while, I'll have a cigarette. So eventually, flavor will win over breathing, because you're going to be able to enjoy this more than, oh, this helped me feel better. Yeah, it does. I agree. I smoked a long, long time. But once you start feeling it here, and then the more you using this, and you get all more clearing, and like, wow, I feel like I'm like 20 years younger. I'm breathing like I was a youngin' again, and I'm like, so just give it a chance. Don't give up. Don't let people say you're doing it wrong. You're doing it the way you got to do it. And don't ever tell you anything different. And if it was, I'm not a fan of Juul, but if Juul is what's helping you get off of those cigarettes, I'm a fan of you. That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
I've actually had people ask me, because they'd be dual using and then finally put cigarettes down.
Yeah.
And they keep coughing. They're like, "I'm hacking just as much, or if not worse, than what I was on cigarettes." And I'm like, "You will for the first week or two."
Yeah, your body has to transition to get all that stuff out of there, because that's a lot of buildup. No, it's not a new time slot. I'm just, because of the next couple of weeks, I got to go into work very early. We're very busy at work. And so I normally would have Fridays off. That's why I always do a show on Thursdays and Fridays. And taste gets better since I quit. Oh, absolutely. And that's the beautiful thing about our body. Honestly, you think about all the drinking that we did, all the bad food that we ate, all the smoking that we did. And, our body, once you stop doing that, it's a wonderful tool that, if you start eating healthy and start doing things differently, your body regenerates all that. You start getting taste buds back again. You start feeling better. You start really feeling better. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Well, it's just like Sin just put, she used to get a cold every year that turned into bronchitis.
Oh, absolutely. I haven't had a sinus infection in 4 years. I used to get them 3 times a year. Sinus infections, bad. They've broken my nose 7 times and had them repacked just because I used to get them so bad. Since I've quit smoking in the last 4 years, I quit, but it took 3 years, really, I think, my body to really get a lot of the healing done. But I haven't had a sinus infection in 4 years. So absolutely, like I said, we got so many people in this chat could just be the poster child of what vaping has done. You know what I mean? And I just wish other people could see that, but they don't. And you know what I mean? And you can try to lead a horse to water, but you still can't make them, drink. And that is so cliche, but it is such a real thing, because, you could tell somebody till you're blue in the face something that's the truth. And if they have a different opinion, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, if they're coming to you with a closed opinion on it, there's no use in just sitting and arguing with them. I don't do it. I won't sit and argue with somebody over it, because they already have their opinion made up. They already, and they're not going to change it.
Yep. Right. If you're coming over to ask a question, absolutely. But if you're coming over to debate that your smoking is better than my vaping, that's not even a debate. So move on.
Yeah. It's just. The biggest one that I get though is I get arguments from people who've never smoked in their life. So, they already have it in their mind. Oh, well, the news says this, or, the government says it. Well, too fucking bad what they say. I'm living proof of what it does. So,
Yep. And exactly, Rollins, boy, you were 100% right. That's once they find out, you're in. And absolutely no more, that's just it. That's what I was wondering, what uncut, you know what I mean? For those people that are uncut, that when you were smoking, you probably got a lot of infections around that part that was uncut because, it was building up with all that machismo. We'll call it machismo. And, but now it's like, now that you started vaping, it's like you've been circumcised and that shank is just like, whoa. And now no more infection because that machismo doesn't build up there anymore. It's like you've been cut instead of uncut. Just saying. Hell yeah, I did. July 2011 to February 2012 was the last time I had a cold. That turned into bronchitis, and I've been vaping since April 18, 2012. You're a rock star, Jennifer.
Well, and, Wendy she dual used until the day she took a hit off a cigarette, and it tasted disgusting.
And that's just it. I dual used for, I think,
you put it down. So,
I did it for about like 4 months, honestly. But if you went back and saw, I mentioned it in there that I dual used. I never hid the fact that I was still using both, even when I was doing reviews. And yes, I realize now some of the stuff that was really unfair because I was giving you my opinion, but I wasn't really getting the full flavor because I was smoking. But once you stop smoking, their flavor buds just burst. And you get to enjoy all these beautiful flavors of vaping. You know what I mean? Like kissing an ashtray. Exactly there, Grimace.
Yeah, and you don't have that smell going around with you. My son will stop over and he dual uses.
Yep.
And it's just like that whiff, that cigarette just freaking hits me every time.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, you've heard me say it before. The smelling of a cigarette that's burning and smoking, it sucks. But if I could stand by every person that lights up a freshly lit cigarette just for that first hit, especially if they're using a Zippo and hitting it, dude, those two flavors together, it makes my dick get seriously hard, for real. And that smell was something I will never, ever get over. You know what I mean? I can't get over that. Just that first light. And like I said, especially if they had a Zippo lighter and then hit that, that was just such two beautiful smells that joined together. But after that, right after that hit, it's done. I don't even want to smell anymore. Just want that. And then when you open up that fresh pack of cigarettes, just that first smell, those two flavors there. That's why I still like a lot of my tobacco flavors on vaping. I use some regular just tobacco flavors. I use them in like an RY4 and everything, but there's some that I get, like I use a Connecticut shade, North Carolina red, I think it's called, and another one, but you get a nice almost a sweetness out of the tobacco, out of it.
See, I haven't been a real big fan of the tobacco vapes.
Well, when you get them mixed really the right way, Joe, they are really a beautiful, beautiful mix. I have not been able to conquer any that have that. Like I said, I've played around with those there, and they're pretty good. I've had some that are just that you wouldn't even think they're tobacco, honestly. And see, and that's a lot of people that say that too, Sin. I hear a lot of people that when they vape any kind of tobacco, it makes them want to have that urge for a cigarette. And that's okay. And as long as you know your own parameters, that is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? And like I said, and it's not that I was chasing any kind of cigarette and it didn't affect me. I had a couple different ones that were just very, very good tobaccos. You want to try a very good tobacco. I don't know if you ever did. Was Ripe Vape VCT, which is a vanilla custard tobacco, Joe. It's life-changing for real.
I'll check into that.
It is one of your best tobaccos, and it's got the vanilla custard with it. Awesome. Rin's knocked out of the park. Yes, I know she has a couple different ones too of that she's very good with, because she used to make a lot of her tobaccos for her dad, and she still might. But I remember her doing a lot of shows with Fresh, and she used to make a lot of her liquids for tobaccos because her dad liked his tobaccos as well, and she mixed a lot of different ones also. And I know she had some very good mixes. That's a good cup of coffee. Glad I bought two. I did. Eh? 2 cup. I came prepared. Jay Jari. Yeah, this was early tonight. Probably, like I said, and probably next week also. Only because some work detail that's going on, and I got to be at work early in the morning. And I normally have Fridays and Saturdays off, and it is what it is. Got to do what you got to do, because I have no problem doing what I can for our company, because our owner does a lot for us. He looks out for all of his employees, seriously. Yes, coffee. Wait till I have one coming out, Sin. I have a pumpkin coffee, spelled CAWFEE. But I figured you would get the when I do release that one. That'll probably be coming out next week. And because I want to make sure I have it, because like I said, I found out tonight with my secret sauce that I was off by a good 7 days, because I gave it an extra 7 days, and it's flavor changing. Yeah, like I said, next Thursday probably also that I'll be starting early. We're up to our hour already, so like I said, I got to hit the sack early because got to go in early. So even eating the veg is better. Hell, you know it, dude. Yeah, I know. I think there's something up with that, Sin. I think something's going to come exploding on. Life-changing. Nice, Jennifer. I got a couple different coffees coming out as well also, but like I said, I'm holding off. You're going to start seeing some coming out here and here and here. Yeah, it's in Cali. Yeah, it's barely 5 there. You're in Cali. I used to live in San Bernardino. I used to live down in the valley. So anyways, we won't go there. So, yeah, and I know, Sin, you're in Cali as well also, so it's very early for you as well also. But, Joe, thank you, man, for coming on. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. It's always fun coming on.
Hell yeah, I enjoy hanging out with you, man, for sure. Don't be sorry, Cali. It's a good stay. I have my brother still out there, and his wife, and got a couple nieces out there as well also, so. Anyways, you going to be going live anytime there soon?
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at a topic to go live about here probably next week.
Nice.
Just kind of throwing some things around in my head about what I want to do. So it'll be one of them, not off the cuff, it'll actually be a topic.
You'll be professional? Like
yeah.
Herb?
Gonna be professional.
I love when he does that, man. That cracks me up. That's so funny. California. Hell yeah. So, anyways, let's get a vape and get out of here. I'm going to hit some secret sauce. Again, everybody, like I tell you each and every time, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate it. Tune in tomorrow night. We'll be back at our regular 11 p.m. tomorrow night for sure. Next Thursday, probably going to do another early one because I have another early day next Friday as well also. And so be looking out. We're going to probably do another early one next week. I'll try to have a little different content. But like I said, I wanted to talk a little bit about the PMTA, not so much the PMTA part of it, but some of the companies that are actually trying to get some stuff going through. So that's kind of a good thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I expect a lot of this stuff is going to go away after September 9th. But
Oh yeah, a lot.
if we can keep some of it, I can live with that. I mean, I'm okay with it for me. I'm okay. I use zero nicotine. I vape because I just enjoy just for the sake of it. It's nothing more that I even need nicotine. But anyways, guys, each and every one of you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Tune in tomorrow night. And so, like I tell you, each and every week, educate, advocate, masturbate, ejaculate. Love y'all. Bye. I gotta find it. Oh my God, I can't find it here. Oh my God, we're gonna die.